I knew I had a message to share with the world, but I was honestly really afraid of being seen and judged for my weight, my body shape, and specifically for me, you and I have had conversations about the thighs. The thighs were a big part of it. I have lots of stories about the thighs. And as someone who had struggled with eating disorders as a teenager, I really had a shame spiral around food, body image, and style that almost felt like a prison. So instead of a style that reflected my personality that I'm so grateful to have now, or my brand or my power, I opted for clothes I could hide in. I picked a lot of floral prints, which, is not my brand at all, but they had big poofy dresses with big poofy skirts that I could put my hands in my pockets and just kind of hide in. And maybe rock some cool accessories, but it was hiding. It was really hiding. So in working with Sybil and working with you, my friend, I learned how to celebrate my shape, identify and shop for my style, and release a lot of stories of shame and visibility that were holding me back from being seen. So I want to thank you and honor you for that.
Thank you for what you just said. What you just said was, first of all, beautiful. The way you can string together words
And go on and on.
is just incredible from your hearts with so much honesty. And I think what you just said, there's so much there. But what I appreciate the most about you and what you just said is that you share so generously, so honestly. And when you share, you are sharing the story identifiable for millions of women. I mean,
Mm,
really, what just starting with the first sentence, you said, your journey with it was your body, your style, your food. And I'm gonna add there money stories for many women. I'm not saying that was yours,
I had that too.
right?
Body and bank accounts.
Right? Money, but there's so much there. It's very emotional. It's very personal. So when I do this work with a woman, I feel it's a privilege to have access into her world because I cannot do this work without her allowing me in because we have to get
Right.
real. We have to know what's really going on. And so when you talk about hiding, you were speaking about hiding from an external space. But then there's also internal hiding. So
I was doing a lot of that.
yeah, when we
Yeah.
when we don't want to face what is really happening for the reason why we're hiding. So that's why I say over and over, I say style is about so much more than clothes. It really is because it's a bucket, a giant bucket of everything you just described. It really is. And we have a chance and a choice at some point in our lives to empty that bucket, lighten that load, and feel fully free. We all have that opportunity. But when we're hiding, and if we're hiding from ourselves, we're not ready to go into that bucket and pull any of those things out. So we have to be ready. And that's
Mm.
why I say I can style anyone.
Yes, you can. You
Well, thank
can.
you. I mean it from a place of I can style any woman who's ready. It requires a readiness for stepping into a next level, a higher place, a higher frequency, and allow yourself the bigger space to take up more space, to be able to say, stand in your brand proudly and affirm this is who I am without apologies because it is a lot to step into all the things you just said and to stand
Yeah.
there and be judged because we all will be